Hello and welcome to It's Free IP. I'm your host, Felix Chaplin. This is a follow-up to my free Looney Tunes IP video, and before I get into the Merrie Melodies stuff, I'd like to address some of the comments that I got in the previous video. I got a few comments from people thinking that the character Bosco has been in the public domain for a long time because his cartoons have been in the public domain for a long time, and that his debut cartoon, Bosco the Talk Ink Kid, didn't have a copyright marker on it. The thing is that Rudolph Ising and Hugh Harman were former Disney animators. They worked with Walt Disney up until he got fired from Universal Studios on the Oswald the Lucky Rabbit cartoons. And when they saw what had happened to Walt Disney with Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, that being that even though Walt Disney created the character, Universal just took the rights away from him, they decided to create their own character that they could own the rights to so that they wouldn't get screwed over by a big studio like Disney did. And when Hugh Harman and Rudolph Ising left Looney Tunes and Merrie Melodies, they took Bosco with them. So that's why he didn't appear in any more of those cartoons, because Warner Brothers no longer owned the rights to Bosco at that point. One last bit of trivia before getting into the Merrie Melodies stuff. The names Looney Tunes and Merrie Melodies are both plays on Silly Symphonies, which was a cartoon series being made by Walt Disney, beginning in 1929 and going into the 30s. Moving on to some Merrie Melodies stuff right now. There were a number of characters from Merrie Melodies in the early years that were discontinued and have been largely forgotten today. This would include characters like Foxy the Fox and Piggy the Pig. While it's pretty much undisputed that the cartoons featuring Foxy the Fox are in the public domain, I'm not entirely sure if the character is also in the public domain or if he's still copyrighted. I did find one source that said that the character himself is in the public domain, but I would take that with a grain of salt, and personally I would play it safe until 2027 when works from 1931 enter the public domain. But if you'd like to gamble it, why not? One Merrie Melodies cartoon that has been pretty popular in recent times is the Dover Boys cartoon, which was a parody of the Rover Boys books, which were published between 1899 and 1926, meaning that all those books from that run are in the public domain now. The author of the books, Edward Stratemeyer, also created the Hardy Boys in 1927, meaning that those are in the public domain as well, and Nancy Drew in 1930, meaning she'll be in the public domain in 2026. If you live in a Berne Convention country, all these books and characters are already in the public domain for you because Edward Stratemeyer died in 1930. But getting back to the Dover Boys cartoon, the characters in that cartoon are all in the public domain, so go ahead and use Dan Backslide as much as you want.
Confound those Dover Boys! Oh, how I hate them! I hate Tom! I hate Dick! And I hate Larry! They drive me to drink!
Anyway, here's a list of all the Merrie Melodies cartoons that are in the public domain. And that's all the time we have for today's video. What's your favorite Looney Tunes or Merrie Melodies free IP? Be sure to let me know in the comments. While you're down there, don't forget to like this video, share it with the Merrie Melodies enthusiasts in your life, go to the Ko-fi link in the description to support the channel if you feel so inclined, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell so you won't miss what comes next from It's Free IP.